Very good afternoon, all of you, and indeed grateful for the sentiments expressed by the Honorable Minister. Very kind words for me. Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Shri Ji, Shri S.D. Kumaraswamy, a man of steel, who is also Minister for Steel and Heavy Industries. These two words, heavy, steel and industry, define him. Ladies and gentlemen, the DNA of Sri S.D. Kumaraswamy is very strong. I came to Bengaluru earlier to seek blessings of our former Prime Minister, Ji, along with my wife. Sought his blessings even at the Delhi residence. We carry a great debt for the honor the family has given me and my wife. So when it was a Bangalore visit, the message came from the Honorable Minister that I have to be at this institute. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I see some ladies also. So of course, I come with one. So that can't be wrong. I have been involved with this kind of power, not that power of politics with which S.D. Kumaraswamy ji has been involved. Honorable Governor has also been involved. But I have been involved with power that powers the power as a legal professional for long. So I know the subject slightly and what your institute stands for. Shri Kopu Sadasiv Murthy, CMD BHEL, for some good reason he has chosen not to address today, which means he is a man of action, works in silence, or gives the next man full opportunity. I may be reading too much into it. Shri B. Shyam Babu, Executive Director, and everyone present in this hall, everyone. Elarigu, Namaskar. And if there is a human soul around from state of West Bengal, anyone? Well, in that case, I would have said Namaskar. My message would have gone to the Honorable Chief Minister loud and clear. I was governor there for 3 years. I stepped into the premises and had the occasion to see creativity. I did put some searching questions, and I could figure out the role this PSU plays in sectors of energy and infrastructure. Energy is all important. If we are energy deficient, much of development cannot take place. And there was indeed a time when we were energy deficient. Even when the Honorable Prime Minister assumed office in 2014, he discovered, to everyone's surprise, that there were thousands of villages that did not have access to energy power. Some were in hilly terrain areas, very challenging geographical situations. But now, energy has been the main focus of the government. And when it comes to energy, it comes to the domain of BHEL. Thermal power could not be activated without BHEL coming into picture. There was a time around end of the last century or beginning of this one where equipment was sourced from BHEL and the docket was full. And there were imports from our neighboring country. And then I learned something very different. I must share it with you. Some state governments had chosen to import equipment from a neighboring nation. But the neighboring nation was getting power equipment from Germany. But it was then the quality of BHEL equipment was rated very high, a testament to the leadership of the BHEL, its workforce, and its commitment. But technology has changed so fast, and climate change has really shaken us, that we all are now in a groove to going for renewable energy, solar energy, and that has turned out to be a challenge to bodies like BHEL. I'm happy to share with you what you have done. You have learned fast. You are changing fast. And I remember it was around 4, 5, 6 months back, the Honorable Minister did take note of the air pocket you were having, the headwind you were facing, and what a change for the positive, as indicated by the Honorable Minister. We can see the difference. I have firmly held, having known public sector ever since I was elected to Parliament in 1989 and had the good fortune to be a Union Minister, the commitment, dedication, level of understanding and expertise of human resource of PSUs is unbeaten, unrivaled by the private sector. They work for the nation with conditions that hardly compare with private sector. They work under challenged circumstances. But over last decade, a new respect has come to be given to public sector, particularly public sector of your kind, that is contributing to growth history of this nation. As indicated by the Honorable Minister, and very rightly, Viksit Bharat is no longer a dream, it is an object. But to fructify it, role of BHEL has to be massive. It is there. What I saw in the laboratory or the manufacturing unit was modernity. I did put some questions. Are there private plates? I was given to understand for that particular category there are 2, 3. You face fierce competition, yet you perform. And perform for a sector that is core sector, railways being one, defense being another, also in the field of nuclear. I would therefore urge, and I am sure you must be focusing on it, please at least bring about 3 things. 1, these are not the times for us to stand alone. You must generate synergy with like-minded institutions in academia, in engineering, and also in the private sector, so that in togetherness you can engage in innovation, a creativity that meets contemporaneous demands. When it comes to your conventional work, you are already in touch with NTCP. It's a good relationship, sometimes tricky, sometimes challenging, sometimes one telling the other you are wrong, and sometimes when both are right, both things are wrong. I leave it at that, I know both. So, capacity building, research and development, innovation, these must be passwords now for success. And that is where it comes into picture. Research and development investment in our country earlier was not even in contention. It was taken to be a dead investment. Neither the public sector nor the government nor the private sector thought of it. In the process, we became parasitical. We depended somebody will do it. That somebody will define how much they will give us, at what price they will give us. Then suddenly came an era when the country's mood of gloom and despondency disappeared. It started with hope. Then it became hope and possibility. Then people came to test development. Development in the shape of having toilet in the house, water in the tap, having affordable housing, having a cooking gas connection, having road connectivity, having digital connectivity. They never thought of it. When they had this, it became a system of hope and possibility. But over 10 years, the progress has been phenomenal, beyond expectation, and I'm saying so. Because I was a minister in 1990. That was the time when our gold was shipped out to be placed in Switzerland for 2 banks. That was the time when I went to Srinagar along with Council of Ministers led by the Prime Minister. We did not have on the streets of Srinagar more than dozens of people. And look at now, our foreign reserve is around $700 billion US. Could be 680, 700, not an issue any longer. And Jammu and Kashmir has had tourist influx of more than 2 crore annually. Big change. Big change has come in this also. This has given a great challenge to the people in power. And H.D. Kumaraswamy is a senior cabinet minister. Expectations of the people are soaring high. They have become suddenly too demanding. What you have done, they say, so what? Take quantum jump. You already have in scientific situations quantum computing commission, hydrogen mission. But people are not having any ceiling over them. According to them, all ceilings are broken. Young minds have got into startups. They are doing wonders. And therefore a challenge to PSUs like you. You have to lead with innovation, research, development. I can admire you that you are making 2.5% investment in R&D. It's not enough. Comparably fine, congratulations. But when examined in global perspectives, it is not. Only the other day I had the occasion to reflect that our IITs, IIMs, they have talented people all over the world. But what is the fund of IITs here? Harvard has a fund of over 55 billion US, all coming from the alumni. Similarly, you also will have to converge on one platform, tie up with engineering institutes, IITs, scientific institutions, and make work available for your human resource. You will have to set benchmark, not out of need, but out of vision. Not to compare with what is best in the world, but to be the best in the world. And that is possible for one good reason I must share with you. Silicon Valley, we hardly had any Indian few decades ago. In the larger global corporate world, Indian footprint was lacking. Now there is no global outfit that doesn't have at the apex level an Indian genius. And why there? Who is heading the World Bank? Who is critically involved with the International Monetary Fund? And what are they telling us? They are telling us that India, you are a country that is role model for others when it comes to digitization. And we don't need this accolade because we know it. Our digitization has penetrated to the last level. People are using it for service delivery. But your role is very different. You are involved with the core sector of infrastructure, defense, nuclear, aerospace. And therefore, you will have to focus with higher intensity on research and development. Because only our engineers and scientists are custodians of legacy which India has. It is very easy to execute a project. It is difficult to develop a concept of it. It is very easy to replicate by machines, but to create a model is not difficult. Is difficult. I therefore would want that this organization must focus on several areas. I wouldn't venture to reveal to them, you know it. But the area has to be, you have to be with the times, if not ahead of times, when it comes to technology application. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, blockchain, and the kind. And the explosive 6G growth scenario which we are having. All these require your focused attention, deep commitment, synergetic stance. You have to be in sync with other bodies and aspirations of the people. No country in past decade has developed so much as India. And no country's human resource, human population has been fired with aspiration and expectation. And therefore people are restive. They want delivery at a very fast speed. They want delivery at nuclear speed. You have to enlighten people that getting a government job is not the only option. As a matter of fact, this is one of the last options. If the world is accolading us, it is not because we have government service or government jobs, because we have investment opportunities. We have creativity areas. So we have to fire the ambition of young people, young minds, to take to startups. But every startup has to be backed up by bodies like yours. What I have seen today, we need that in large number, why 2, 3 only? So you can handhold people who are keen to start up, provide things to them. I made a suggestion to the CMD that we are manufacturing. Manufacturing is the only thing that will galvanize our economy into growth domain. But we are depending on machines that are not made in this country. Why not think of making the machines here? We must get into that groove, get that technology, and not only in one area, in several areas. Any import substitution must be received with open arms. We must not depend on imports. Being vocal for local, Swadeshi, means more jobs, more creativity within the country. I therefore appeal to all of you that you have a leader in command who is a senior cabinet minister and who minces no words. His words carry authority. If he asserts something in public domain, that is bound to be realized on paper by way of a policy. And therefore, particularly when this is located also in the home state of the Honorable Minister, it must emerge with nuclear speed to set example for other PSUs in terms of research, development, and innovation. My best wishes to all of you in this venture. Thank you so much.